When it comes to the global south, these are the countries with which we empathize. So has said Prime Minister in an exclusive interview with Money Control today, speaking on in a great detail on the global south. He said that since we too are part of the developing world, we understand the aspirations of the global south countries. At every forum, the PM said, including the G20, India has been raising the concerns of the countries of the global south. To quote the PM, as soon as we became the president of the G20, we held the Voice of Global South summit, which made it clear that we were a voice for the inclusion of those who felt excluded from the global discourse and institutional priorities. The PM also said how he has given importance to his ties, the country's ties with Africa over the years. Even at the G20, India has given momentum to the idea of the inclusion of the African Union into the G20. When the European Union can be a part of the G20, why not the African Union? The PM also said that we are a nation that looks at the world as one family. Our G20 motto of India itself says that in any family, every member's voice matters, and this is also India's idea for the world too. In G20, there is always also a scope for improvement, such as greater involvement of the global south and a bigger role for Africa, the Prime Minister said. These are also the areas that India is working on during its G20 presidency, the Prime Minister has told Money Control. The PM in fact went on to say that it would also be a good idea to seek the views of the nations outside the G20, especially from the global south, when the G20 reaches the milestone of 25 years. The PM said such inputs would be very valuable to chart the future course for the next 25 years. India's G20 presidency in 2023 has also placed a great emphasis on addressing the global challenges posed by the debt crisis in low-income and middle-income countries. The PM said we have been diligently advocating for the interests of the global south in this crisis. India's growth, the Prime Minister said, is not only good for Indians but also for the world. India's growth is clean and green growth. India's growth is being achieved with a human-centric approach that the PM said can be replicated in other countries too. He said India's growth, in fact, helps further the interests of the global south. In an earlier interview with the French newspaper ahead of his visit to France earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had also said that the rights of the global south have long been denied, and this has led to a feeling of anguish among these countries, while he underlined India's role as a bridge between them and the Western world.